Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MumboElite. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to show you guys all about the bronze pack method, also known as BPM. So if you guys are trying to either grind the menus, make some coins, use it as an investment, we're going to show you kind of all the ways to go about this, whether you have a lot of coins or you have a little bit of coins. So if you do enjoy, do me a favor, smack that like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below, have you packed a team of the week in a bronze pack yet? Currently, as I'm recording this, there is 4 team of the weeks that you can get in bronze packs this week. So absolutely crazy there. Let's get into kind of the basics of this method. So as you saw there, I had some managers that were going for 5,000 coins. You'd be surprised at how many managers have value, but very basic. What is bronze pack method? How does it work? You go to the 750 coin pack right here. It's a premium bronze pack. Back in the day, we used to have a pack like this, but just a bronze pack for 400 coins. With 2 less rares. This one has 3 rares, 12 items. You open it up, and whether you already have cards in your club or whether you're starting brand new, we're going to show you kind of where the value in this is and where you go from there. So first and foremost, let's say you wanted to check the value of every kit. You could compare price, and if something had any amount of coins it could potentially go for within the hour, you could list any of these items. Do I recommend just sitting there and listing every single thing? Probably not. You're going to probably fill up your transfer list pretty quickly, and a lot of these things aren't going to sell. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to show you the value of me quick selling them real quick and what that means for your pack. So here, taking all these items, some kits, some Tifus, some stadium themes, we're already on the 750 coin pack, getting back basically close to 250 coins. So all we need to do is basically make 500 coins from these remaining 4 cards. What do we have here? We have a manager that's from the MLS. Looks like it could potentially go for 200 coins within the hour. I could list that if I wanted to. If it wasn't something that was a duplicate, I would usually just chuck it in my club, and eventually it might go up in value with different player SBCs coming out, different objectives. You never know. We'll take a look at the rest of the cards, just quickly compare price to see if any of them have additional value. And usually what I do at this point is if I have under 100,000 coins, and I'm not in a dire situation where I'm going to run out of coins after a few bronze packs, what I'll normally do is I'll store any cards in my club that I don't need to sell in the moment. If they're low in coins, if they don't go for much, I'll chuck it in the club, wait for it to go up later for random daily SBCs or other opportunities where it could rise in the market. And then the duplicates, you have kind of 2 options to do with this. If you're spamming these in bulk, if I'm opening hundreds of these, something like this might sell within the hour towards the end. If I relist it a few times, I'd probably get a sale. But if I did that in bulk with basically a full transfer list, I might hit a point where I can't open up any more bronze packs because I have nowhere else to put these cards. So this leaves you with 2 options, especially when it comes to the duplicate bronze commons. What do you do with them? You have kind of 2 routes you can go. Some people will take their off leagues, off nation bronze commons. And what I mean by off league, off nations is if it's in a league that is not the top 5 league, meaning one of the best leagues in the world. If it's in a nation that's maybe not one of those top nations that EA shows you in the search bar, what you can do is you could chuck them in this thing called the bronze upgrade. What it does is you put 11 bronzes in here. They can be tradable or untradeable. And usually what people will do is if things have a hard time selling, they'll chuck them in here and turn this into a 2-player silver pack. By doing so, you get 1 silver rare, 1 silver common untradeable. If there's a inform that has a base of a silver, you could get this in here. If there's a promo card with a base of a silver, you could get something in there. There might be an extinct card for an Evo that's in the Premier League, like a center mid. Like if you're a Sunderland fan like me, Noah Siddiqui might be 10K due to an Evo. You could get him in here untradeable, and that would be absolutely amazing. Caveat with this, there's 2 different routes you can go. Some people will do that and then do the silver upgrade with all the silvers they don't want to use, where it's essentially the same pack as the bronze upgrade, but instead you put in 11 silvers here, and they'll make a 3 common gold player pack. They'll put those gold commons then in this gold upgrade where you put 11 golds in here. You can get yourself a 2-player rare gold pack. That sounds nice and all to build these up, but what happens is that takes a lot of time and that takes a lot of resources. If you're someone under 100K, let me show you kind of an alternative, not only as a way to make some coins, but also to make some packs quicker. So if we do some math real quick, let's go to the gold upgrade. Let's say you're someone who has less than 100K. You're really starting to get some duplicates, but you don't want to waste them. But but you want to build gold upgrades, but you don't know if it's worth making all your cards untradeable and slowly working your way up. If we go to the market right now, let's take a look at how much gold commons are going for. If we go to 350 buy now, you'll notice not only are they not going for 350 buy now there's not even a lot of bids for 300. So what you could do is you could bid 300 on these cards, times that by 11. If you have any untradables in your club, you could use some of those untradables to make it even cheaper, but the max you'd spend on this for 300 coins a piece is 3,300 coins. Mumbo, why are you bringing up a price of this? I thought we were talking about bronze pack method. Here's the trade-off. The calculation in terms of selling a bronze for 200 coins is you'd have to sell 18 bronzes to basically pay for that gold upgrade. So what you could see that as is either put 11 tradable bronzes in a bronze upgrade where you're going to be sending multiples of 11 over and over and over of tradable value to make an untradable pack, which people like me, if I do enough of these packs over time, I'm going to have nowhere else to put them. I kind of need to. But if you're low on coins, if you're low on players, look at this. I'm going to show you my transfer list right now. There's a ton of duplicates I have here that sell for 200 coins. There's random sort of kind of parks. There's some badges. There's some Tifus. There's some managers that are not from the best league, not from the best nation, that even if they're duplicate, could eventually sell. If you sell these enough on your transfer list, if you're maybe busy during the day with school, you want to relist these every few hours, see what sales you get, you could build up a few gold upgrades every single day, kind of save those for the start of a promo or open them on a day-to-day basis. Now, I said 18 cards would essentially pay for the pack. You'd have a few more coins than that. If you wanted to make this even more profitable, you could say every time I sell 50 players, I can make a gold upgrade pack. That way you're making some coins. That way you're making some packs. You're getting some untradable players. Maybe you're getting some promo cards. That's like a good in-between. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions on terms of building up packs that way, let me know. But in terms of additional value, let's go over that a little bit more. I'm going to show you my media gallery. Two things. So I'm going to show you some of the packs I opened on stream today. We did bronze pack method for about an hour. We started on roughly 450K. Then I bought an informed Sunderland player. So I went down 11K from that. So I'm essentially down less than 10,000 coins. If you look at my transfer list, I have a few managers worth 5K that will eventually sell. We're actually in profit with storing a bunch of players in our club over doing BPM for an hour. If you see here, we packed not only one inform, we packed a 5K manager who's from the US. We got another inform. We are just absolutely balling today. And if I go to my media gallery, let me kind of show you some stuff throughout the week that I was packing as well. This is from the previous week. We got an inform, which these quick sell for close to 10K. So that's already going to pay for a lot of your bronze packs. But like I said before, there might be some things that you wait for a daily SBC and it shoots things up in price. Here's an example of that. This was a bronze common that I had in my club, not a dupe. But if I had a dupe of him, he probably at the time would have been 200 coins. I waited for an SBC to come out. I looked at the SBC solutions on Footbin, and this card went for over 2,000 coins, so I sold it. And boom, that wasn't the only one. If we look through this list, there's a lot of these that ended up going for over 2,000 coins and a lot that went over 1,000. So something that has value or doesn't have value in 1 minute could have a ton of value on the backside for daily SBC and other solutions down the line. So I truly do encourage you guys to stockpile these bronzes in your club, especially as you're making more coins. It's going to get easier and easier. Then on top of that, we showed you how there's some managers that have value too. Reason I'm going to show you these screenshots next is this was happening when Brazil managers, specifically the bronze ones, were about, I would say, 2,000 coins. Look at these snipes that I was getting. I was sniping managers on the market because I knew people were spamming BPM last week with the bronze and packs. We got one for 200. If we look here, we sold some French managers for 2,300. We got a 400 snipe on a manager. We got a 250. We got a 600. We got a 200. Mumbo, this isn't the bronze pack method. Why are you showing me this? I'm showing you that as you're opening these bronze packs, you see something that has value. You can very quickly in your head say, oh, wow, this card has value right now. I wonder how people are listing these. If you're someone who's doing a bronze pack, you might not look for the cheapest Brazil card on the market for a manager. You might just see it goes for over 2K and say, oh, I don't know exactly how much it goes for. Let me list it for 2K. But if it has a buy now of 2.5K, you just made profit on the pack. You're not thinking about it. But if someone's trading with these Brazil managers, you just made a minimum of 500 coins off of that person doing BPM and listing without knowing the exact price. So there's a lot of coins to be made on that side. So it's not only opening the bronze pack. Now, I've talked about if you have less than 100K, how you kind of want to build up coins by opening the bronze pack. Maybe not store all the items, see if you can sell things within the hour. I really do recommend if you have under 100K, you do any sort of trading tip on the side when you're doing these. But truly the best way to open bronze packs, in my opinion, is in bulk. We've already talked about how we kind of understand where the value is coming from with the quick sell of these other items, with the managers. For example, we just got a French manager within a few packs right here. That's a W. What do these go for? Like 2,400? We'll list it for 23. Again, perfect example. I don't know the exact buy now of it. I'm just going to kind of list it up off of the compare price we saw there. We're going to keep listing items over and over. And the beauty of it is, again, we understand with the things we're quick selling, we don't have to make back 750 coins. A lot of these, we just have to sell a few players, whether now or whether later, and it pays for the pack. If we wait till later and a card goes for 1,000 plus again, that just paid for a bronze pack and a half, essentially. And we can do this over and over and over, and it now becomes a thing where you don't care about the coins you're putting into this. It's more of an investment. It comes now down to the amount of time you have to list them, the amount of time you have to spam the packs. And again, once you start filling up your transfer list, because you're listing items that aren't dupes, that would be when I would start throwing stuff in the club, forgetting about it until later, and then checking for a daily SBC if it's up in price. I'll open a few more here just to kind of give you an idea of this in real time. But again, it's pretty straightforward. It's not too difficult to understand where the value comes from. The more you do it, the more you'll understand it. You might say to yourself, like, these cards are never going to sell. Why are you even listing them? Trust me, they eventually do go. We have a guy on stream who was literally telling me, instead of listing it for 200, what he does is he puts the crap ones with the 5,000 buy now or 10,000, whatever it goes up to. I'll show you an example right here. He'll take a card like this, and instead of putting it for 200 buy now, that potentially could go for 200, he'll leave it open to 5,100. And occasionally, if someone's trying to bid on maybe a top nation, they're using it for an SBC, instead of bidding, they'll accidentally buy now, and instantly you have 5,000 more coins on your account because you did that. Now, do you think EA might eventually ban you for doing that? Potentially. Here's a stadium that goes for 200. That's nice. EA might eventually get you on something like that if you sell enough like that. But like, the idea is you're just listing things. The pack in and of itself has a lot of things that could have value. It's up to you on how you want to go about it. And like I said, the more space you take up, the more you fill it, the harder it's going to be to not waste these items. So store as many as you can. If you get to a point where you have so many things in the club, maybe take a break, play some games, put a full transfer list on, make some packs, do whatever you want to do. But like I said, you got managers, you got players, different SBCs throughout the week that can send it up in price. You got informs. We could have promo cards down the line that have bronzes in them. There's really many ways that these things can make coins. Another one not to sleep on is coin boosts. You get bonus bronze packs as well. Those 400 coin bronze packs that we were talking about before, sometimes you'll get them in this pack. There's these rare packs that you'll get where if you get 7 players in a pack, the way the game's coded, no matter what, if it gives you 7 players, you'll have either a coin boost or you'll have a bonus pack, no matter what. It's really cool. But yeah, well, I'll just sit there and spam this over and over. This is something that's worked not only this year, last year. This has always been a thing, man. It's not new. It's not crazy. It's not rocket science. It's very easy. You just have to have patience. You have to wait for the market to be in a good spot if you're trying to sell in bulk. And really, this is going to be a nice way to facilitate some extra coins in your account, way to facilitate some more packs, tradable and untradeable. If you're wanting to build marquee matchups through it, you can. If you want to build some untradables, you can. Like we talked about before, you can skip the steps and do the gold upgrade. It's truly up to you. I probably open tens of thousands of bronze packs throughout a year. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I know I'm kind of ranting at this point. We're over 14 minutes in. I feel like there's nothing else to explain, but I feel like I go crazy every time I talk about it because people ask, like, Mumbo, can you actually make coins from this? And there's kind of two different perspectives, right? You have the perspective of, can you make coins in the moment? Absolutely. Look at this. We got another manager that goes for over 2.5K. Instantly pays for the next few bronze packs. And I don't even need to sell these players right here. I can check those in the club and forget about it. Do I want to check the price right now to see if it has anything? One of these might have some value and I could sell. But in general, I just really don't think about it too much. I store them in the club. I wait until an SBC comes that shoots them up. And I sell them over and over and over again. And you guys can do the same thing. yeah, if you have any questions, let me know down below. I can talk about this more. I'll also do it on live stream. So if you guys are already subscribed, or if you're not already subscribed, we are live almost every single day during the week, Monday through Friday, 4 hours after new content. You can always catch me live there. Weekends, we usually try to go live a few hours after new content. Almost every single day, we have a Road to Glory or an episode like this where we do a trading tip, go live 2 hours before new content. So if you ever want to see videos, 2 hours before new content, streams, 4 hours after new content. But I'm going to end it there. I'm yapping a lot. I'm going to keep opening some bronze packs. If you guys did enjoy, again, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later. It's been your boy MumboElite. I'm out. God bless.